ko, ayoko mag-pageant, nakakapagod yun, hindi ko bet yan. Tapos talagang super sabi ko pa sa agent ko, alam nyo, hindi ako mananalo kasi hindi naman ako bet ng mga Pilipino. Alam nyo na, morena, kulot, ano to, nakakapagod mag-straight ng hair. So, talagang super deny ako na. Parang lagi kong sinasabi, hindi nga ako sasali. Tapos sabi niya, sumali ka na, manalo matalo, may consolation prize. So, I tried. Nung sumali na ako, that's when I started getting competitive. Tapos parang sabi ko, siguro parang, you know, na I was an underdog because nga lahat ng kasabayan ko was like mestiza or like had fair skin tapos straight hair. Ako, lumaban ako all the way ng big hair. Tinodo ko, sabi ko, wala akong pakialam, mag-afro ako. Kung hindi nyo tanggap yan, problema nyo na yan. This is me, so I'm gonna present myself like this. Tapos nung coronation night, naalala ko, gusto nila gawin yung hair ni Miss Angola. Tapos sabi ko, ayoko. Iba na hair yung gusto kong gawin. Gusto ko mag-ponytail. So, umiyak talaga ako habang inaayos nila yung hair ko kasi gusto nila gawin yung Leila Lopez hair. And there was nothing wrong with it. Hindi ko lang talaga gusto. Ang nangyari kasi, was parang minamarket nila na gayahin yung mga ibang international queens, which was, there was no problem. It was good. It was perfect. It was amazing. It just felt like I didn't have my own identity. That it felt like, so feeling nyo para manalo ako, gagayahin ko si Leila Lopez para lang ma-appreciate nila yung beauty ko. Why can't they learn to appreciate who I am as a whole? Because if I start talking and if I am able to answer your questions and I'm able to show you that my skill set is enough to win this pageant, shouldn't that be enough for me to win? Bakit kailangan kong magmukhang ganito, ganyan? So, iniba nila sa nila, okay, never mind, magpa-ponytail na lang tayo, dead ma. That was one. Natakot sila kasi ayoko tumigil umiyak, Crayola si lola mo, yung makeup ko, hulas na, so isabi na naman. But when I joined my next pageant, nakakaloka talaga ako, medyo hindi naman ako demanding, but I really wanted to join according to my preference. Because, you know, I'm representing myself. I'm not representing you, my mom, or anyone. I'm showing everyone who I am. So that's how I wanted to compete. The next pageant I did was Miss Resort World. That's when I played the game. Doon ako nag-adjust. So sabi ko, try natin, mag-a-adjust ako. Every day, from day one, mula screening hanggang sa pagkapanalo ko, I never set foot in Resort World Manila with my afro. It was always straight hair.
Straight down.
Yeah, always. From the moment I went to audition or went for the casting call, from day one till my last day as Miss Resort World, straight hair ako palagi. Middle part, side part, laging straight. Hindi ako pwedeng maglakad sa Resort World ng naka-afro. Mapapatay ako ng mga boss ko. Hindi sila ganon ka-open. And I played so sabi sa akin nung my management back then told me, gusto mong manalo, you have to play the game. If they want you to have your hair straight, then magplancha tayo araw-araw. Gumising ka ng 3 hours before your call time para magplancha ng hair. Why not? Yun yung gusto nila eh. Ang tagal ang haba-haba ng hair ko. Tapos, humid pa sa Pinas. So, kailangan mag-taxi forever. Kasi pag nagbas ako, pagdating ko sa Resort World or kung saan man yung event, wala na. Kulot na naman ulit yung hair ko. So, it was, if my co-candidates were working 100%, I was working 500%. Dahil hair and makeup pa lang, doble kayod na ako. So, parang kailangan, I had to work harder than them because I had to conform to what the pageant wanted. And that was for me, parang experiment lang yun for me to see, tignan natin kung mananalo ako kung I play the game. Nangyari nga. So, tried, tested, and proven. Ang hirap.
So, for me naman, when I joined this pageant, hindi ko nalang sasabihin, when I joined this pageant nung last is, parang nagdadalawang isip talaga ako. Since iba yung organization nila, iba yung nagha-handle. So sabi ko sa manager ko before na, hindi na lang ako I'm sure hindi naman ako mananalo. I'm sure pipiliin yan Miss Tisa. Ganon. So yun, but then I've tried, and happy naman ako sa result because parang hindi lang about sa ganon yung tinitingnan nila. It's about more on the inside and how you are, just be yourself. So yun, masaya naman ako. And then, before pa na pageant, yun lang yung pageant na iniiyakan ko talaga, na naging first runner-up ako. Honestly, kahit saan man pageant, first runner-up man ako, winner, second runner-up, okay lang sa akin kasi alam ko kung saan ako nagkamali. Eh, yung pageant na yon is, sabi ko, ano nangyari? Like, first runner-up, you know, like, kailangan mong nakoronahan ka pa ng first runner-up, tapos ganun ka lang, tapos pigilan mo muna yung luha mo, tapos may magpapapicture pa, so, huwag ka na muna umayak, girl. So, ganun lang ako dati. So, ang sakit-sakit, kasi kailangan mo talaga yung lunukin muna yung, mamaya ko na umiyak,
yung pride
girl,
mo.
first runner-up lang. Oo, tapos yun, nakita ko talaga na there's really a discrimination then dun sa pageant na yun. And yun kasi parang, for how many years, nakikita ko kung sino yung before, yung mga nananalo, is mistisa lahat. So parang ma-shock siguro sila kung bakit ganun. Parang na-change naman. Oo. So yun, naging first, yun, hindi, nasasabi ko talaga, give ko yung best ko sa pageant na yun. And yun, parang ang sakit lang for me. And I never thought that I was worthy of getting far with my dark skin color because of the lack of representation out here. That's why I was really proud when Leila Lopez won the Miss Universe at the time. It showed me that I just had to believe in myself and work hard, and maybe work harder than light-skinned people to be seen and deemed worthy of getting the same opportunities as them. And thankfully, the pageant world seemed to be getting more accepting with representing different beauty types compared to our national TV entertainments, business, for example. So yun. Pero yun lang yung mga experience ko na hindi medyo maganda. But for now, I really appreciate pageantry world today.
Yeah, they're becoming more open.
Yeah, becoming more open. Yeah. Skelly, do you have a similar experience when it comes to joining beauty pageants, experiencing having experienced discrimination?
Sige lang, April, pagtubig sa atin.
Water tayo.
Water break.
Okay. Skelly still having technical difficulties even at this time. So going back, pwede ako sumundot ng question kay April. Knowing din sa pageant na sa sinalihan mo, knowing na mestizas na pala lahat ng mga nanalo pala beforehand, bakit mo pa rin pinursue?
Because as I'm really a positive person. I'm that optimistic person. That hoping someday that I could make a difference. So sinigol ko pa rin kasi before I also won pageants na. And it gave me a lot of confidence na sumali pa ng pageant. So sumali ako noon. Actually galing ako noon ng Binibining Pilipinas, and then I joined another pageant. So tinatry ko pa rin, and I would like to showcase my skin color and be a role model to those children who experience of what we've experienced. So sabi ko bahala na, basta I'll do my best, and not just for me, but to everyone who are aspiring beauty queens as well. So sabi ko bahala na, hindi sasali na lang ako, bahala na mistisa.
Push lang, di ba?
Take your chance and beat the odds. Ganun naman talaga. I understand your
If it's your time, it's your time.
Yun.
I believe in that too, in like timing. Kasi you could you can be the most prepared candidate, but if it isn't your time to win, it's not gonna happen. So it's a matter of taking chances, timing, and luck. So, yun nga, pag destiny mo din talaga, mangyayari.
Since sumasali nga kayo ng mga beauty pageants, di ba? Meron din bang time na nahirapan yung makeup artist nyo na sa pag-makeup sa inyo in terms of working with deeper skin tones and natural hair?
Oh my gosh. Eto. May kwento ako. Wait lang. Aside sa modeling yan modeling. Alam mo yung baby pa kasi ako noon, parang kapag model ka kasi bawal diba? Parang bawal magreklamo. Kung ano masusuotin, dapat yun.
May-ari ka nila.
Oo. So yun, because in modeling world, actually, we are just an hanger. Diba? Sa runway. Hanger lang tayo eh. So, they can do whatever they want to do to us. So yun, there's this one event na kailangan mag-makeup. Tapos, ako lang talaga, yung nakaganon lang talaga, sit straight, tapos mini-makeup, tapos ginaganon ko. Tapos pa-exit yung makeup artist, wait lang ha. Tapos, kapag gumalis siya, na ako, nananalamin. Sabi ko, ano to? Parang, tapos, wala kang magawa kasi, sinadya ba to? O, ano ba? Tapos yung, bumabaha na yung mata mo, tapos pinipigilan mo talaga para hindi ipakita. Tapos, ang layo talaga sa skin ko, sa leeg ko, na ang puti-puti, para kang crinkles. Yung yung tinapay. Yes. Oh my God. Parang
That's the perfect.
So yun.
That's the perfect description. Parang white lady,
so
gano'n.
Oo, para akong crinkles, no? Nang ginawang gano'n. So sabi ko, umiiyak ako. Tapos pumunta ako sa ibang makeup artist. So yun, tapos sabi ko na lang, sana hindi mo na lang ako nilagyan ng foundation. Sana yung skin ko na lang talaga kung wala kang foundation for me. And yun, and same sa pageant din, parang alam mo yung crinkles nga, yung parang puti-puti dito, tapos itim-itim yung ganon. So yun, parang ang hirap tapos yun, kasi before parang wala pa ako own makeup. So yun, as time goes by, yun, bumibili na ako sarili kong makeup and
you bring
it
your
with
own.
me. Oo, if wala silang edi eto na po sa akin, gamitin niyo na po, ganon na lang. So yun, until now, so yun yung mga na-experience ko. Pero twice, 2 beses lang na-experience ko yun. Yun yung worst pala.
Sa akin naman, parehas din. I experienced it in both pageantry and modeling sa Pinas. Kasi, yun na nga, our standard of beauty is limited to the light skin. So if you are just maybe a shade or two darker than that, there would be an available foundation for you. Pero pag lumagpas ka na dun sa 1 or 2, patay kang bata ka, walang kulay talaga. Or it's either that, or international brands like, MAC would have the darker shades. But then not a lot of makeup artists in the Philippines would have those darker shades. And then what I noticed before was that it's either they have the darkest shade and then they would mix it with the light one. And then, yun nga, the same din sa'yo, nung una, siyempre nung bata pa ako, wala pa akong sariling makeup eh. And kung meron man, mali din yung kulay kasi nga wala ngang ang tamang shade ko. When I had the chance to finally buy my own and find my right shade, I would always bring my own foundation na para pagdating sa show or sa pageant, I have my own already and I'm like, oh, perfect na yan ha. Wala nang crinkle situation dito kasi may dala na akong sariling foundation. And here in the States naman, I didn't have problem in dealing with hair and makeup because, they're used to it and then they're trained for it. Here sa Pinas, yun yung laging, siguro ang pinaka-crazy experience ko in terms of hair sa Pinas, 3 hairstylist nagpa-plancha ng hair ko.
Pinagtutulungan ka?
Pinagtutulungan nila. Sabi ko, hindi ba kaya ng isa? Oo, tapos 3 direction, magkakaiba. Parang ako,
right, front.
Lord, hindi ko alam kung paano ko to i-stabilize. Kasi, yung sa hila dito, yung isa sa likod. Oh my God, parang lumilinggo sa mundo ko. Yun naman. Yung trabaho ng isa dito, nagiging 3.
And sa mga makeup artists din, parang for them kasi, hindi masyadong nagagamit yung, if they have if bibili man sila ng same na skin tone na foundation, hindi kasi nila nagamit, magagamit masyado. So yun, parang hindi na lang sila bumibili since there are less dark-skinned model or bridesmaid, kumbaga, 'di ba? Kasi parang ano din nila yun parang trabaho din nila. So parang nasasayangan sila if hindi man lang magagamit. So
Yeah,
but
that's true.
for now, I appreciate those makeup artists that mas pinipili din talaga nila yung minakeupan yung dark skin color din. Parang masasaya sila. Oo, kasi they can play around with the colors. So yun, meron namang ibang makeup artist na like that. Pero not yung gawin yung clown, ha?
At totoo yan, actually. Minsan natutuwa nga sila na may morena. Parang
natutuwa sila.
naalala ko dati pag nagsushoot ako for like a makeup artist portfolio, lagi nilang sasabihin, kasi girl, wala pa akong morena or like African-American sa portfolio ko, puro mestiza. Tapos hindi ko magamit yung mga makukulay ko na eyeshadow. Tapos sabi ko, ay best, gamitin natin yan lahat. Let's go crazy, mag-rainbow tayo. Na-appreciate ko yung mga ganong messages. Yung parang, wala akong morena sa portfolio ko nasa isip ko. Problema ko ba yun? Charot lang, joke lang. Pero yun lang nga. Nakakatawa pag ganon.
Buti naman may konting naman, alam mo yun, brighter side naman yung stories nyo about na-experience sa pageantry. Pero di ba kayo nalulungkot? Pero kayo ba, nag-hope ba kayo na sana yung standard of beauty natin dito sa Pilipinas maging more accepting and diverse, maging more accepting sa mga, or maging inclusive sa mga katulad ninyong very diverse talaga ang mga features at kagandahan. Sa tingin nyo, darating pa tayo sa point na yon na, kunwari, may manalo Miss Universe Philippines of African-American / Filipino descent. Alam mo yon?
You know what? That was my hope for the longest time. I'm not gonna lie. When I first moved to the States, I wanted to fix my citizenship so I could join Binibining Pilipinas and eventually represent the Philippines in Miss Universe. Yun talaga yung goal ko for the longest time. But then the embassy kept telling me, girl, sorry talaga. Wala talaga kaming magagawa. Tapos sabi ko, if you look at your rule book, anyone that has lived in the Philippines for over 10 years can acquire citizenship. If they speak the language, they can acquire citizenship. Sabi ko, I check all the boxes. And then my mom is Filipina, although she denounced her citizenship when I was born. So sabi ko, I legally, in my blood, have Filipino. So how can I not have a Filipino citizenship? Yung frustration ko sobrang taas. Kasi I always dreamt of wearing the Philippine sash and represent the Philippines on the international scene. That has always been my thing. Maybe because I grew up in the Philippines, and even if I don't look as Filipino, I am very Filipino at heart. And, my heritage is half Filipino, but my entire being is super Pinoy. I mean, Bisaya. So parang nalungkot ako na I can't be that person. That's why I'm joining in the States instead. So sabi ko, well, I guess that could still work. I'm gonna represent, hopefully, 2 different countries in my head, at least. Yun yung nasa utak ko. Pero yun nga, sana, I'm really hoping that, we finally have an African-American Filipino winner or a representative for other pageants. Hindi lang Miss Universe, kundi like Miss International or Miss Earth, Intercon, ang dami ng pageant, mahirap magkatsa. Pero yun nga, sana nga, that would be nice.
So yun,
kasi it will really change their mindset and outlook on standards of beauty. Kasi as much as people say pageants are not relevant, they are very much relevant, especially for talking about affecting how we see standards of beauty. Kasi kung lagi na lang mestiza ang nananalo, then we're always promoting that, alam nyo na, hindi ka talaga mananalo kasi hindi ka mestiza. But then again, the skill set will also come in.
So aside from, also for me naman, aside sa beauty pageant, parang branding also should rethink the messages that they want. And if you advocate your self-love and empowerment, yet the brand says lighter skin is more beautiful, it contradicts the core of your message. And parang kailangan talaga na parang kumbaga, yung point ko is living in a diverse countries with so many types of beauties, we should start seeing the bigger picture and include every beauty and represent every skin color our country has to offer. And because representation matters talaga. And I think with baby step, we could
True.
make the world a better place for our future generation naman because we're set here as a role model as well. So yun, still hoping na magbabago din soon and they would accept it, 'di ba? So yun,
Do you
yun lang.
also do you also feel the same way in terms of how these beauty products in the Philippines are advertising themselves? Na kailangan, alam mo yon, no option for girls like you with deeper complexion, pero alam mo yun na talagang kailangan gamitin yung product nila. Or do you think na we should, or moreover, do you think we should call them out so that they can be more inclusive sa mga katulad yung diverse beauties?
Yes, I think for me, oo, parang ano, kasi ang sakit-sakit lang kasi, you know, like, here in Manila, nagsasakay lang ng Grab or taxi. Tapos everywhere, left or right, ang daming billboards dito, di ba? So yun, left and
Yes.
right, parang, oo, wala ka naman nakikita na ano, parang same na kulay ko, or morena, ganon, parang puro na mga mestiza, and more on promoting whitening, ganon. And yung nakikita ko naman na other billboards are international brand, which is, yes, they have mixed race na models, diba? So I think for me, we should call it out because we are also responsible of yung mga ginagawa nila. So dapat yun, parang sinasabihan din natin sila na be sensitive as well.
Okay.
I think yun nga. Tama si April na. Sometimes I think calling them out is just asking them to take action about the issue. Because if we just let them like do what they do, or we wait for them to take, I mean, it's nice if we wait for them to take action, but then there are companies who needs a little push. So yeah, I agree with April in like calling them out so that, because I think if you don't call them out, they're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna like, wala naman silang sinasabi, carry lang.
Kasi parang walang
Dead man
nagpa-fight kasi for that.
Yeah.
Oo.
Given your answers, it seems like our country has a long way to go talaga when it comes to accepting diversity in the beauty landscape. We really have a long way to go. And knowing that there is a certain prejudice against women of color here in the Philippines and siguro worldwide na rin, how do you think you can use your voice in beauty pageants to continue this conversation?
It is important to me to keep using my platform to inform and raise awareness about injustice and discrimination that affect not only women but also men of color. And I will try my best to bring out the message that dark skin is also beautiful and equally worthy as anybody else, with a different beauty and lighter skin color. To promote self-love and empowerment with everyone who wants to join me in this matter, whether if you're just a friend, a fan, or someone with a bigger platform. Maybe at some point we could team up with brands who would be interested in mixing up the representation of the current beauty standards in our country. So from white is beautiful to you are beautiful. So yun.
Everyone is beautiful. Ganon.
Oo.
Nice.
So,
So from white is beautiful
to you are beautiful.
Everyone's beautiful. You are beautiful. Maganda ka din. Gwapa tang panan. Char.
Tayong lahat. Oo.
Yes. Yeah, I think for me, I don't want to limit myself just because, I mean, I don't want to limit myself in spreading awareness just because I'm doing a pageant. But I've always been advocating about accepting who you are and your unique beauty ever since I started modeling and I had, as they would say, woke. Um, I've always been an advocate of, like, you know, diversity and seeing the beauty in everyone. I think we focus too much on the physical aspect. That's why we can't
Yeah.
we
True.
can't move on, and we always have this issues about she's not pretty to me. But like, sure, maybe I guess she doesn't pass your beauty standards, but like, have you met the person? Do you know if she's a person of
Yun.
substance? Have you seen the goodness of her heart? So we focus everything and we judge everything physically on our first impressions and our prejudice. So that's hard. And for me, I want to continue on like empowering people that your difference makes you perfectly who you are. And you know, being different is normal. If everyone was different, gosh, the world would be so boring. Imagine if
We're
everyone
just
just
all
looked the
created by
same.
God in every unique way, diba?
You know, beauty comes in different shapes and sizes, in different skin tones, in different packaging. There's no one size fits all. Um, and I guess the media has a big impact on that. Companies definitely, you know, the representations of the brands, um, that definitely affects society. But as I can see, what I can see is that we really need to start being open about everyone. That's just how I feel like it would work better. Even if one company believes in just one size fits all, then that's sad, but you don't have to follow that route. You can make your own and be like, even if this so and so believes one size fits all, I believe no size fits all. So you go on that direction. And for me, I've just continually been promoting, you know, accepting who you are and don't feel pressured about the standards of beauty or whatever standards you're seeing in society.
What about you, Skelly? Do you think the Philippines will be more accepting of inclusive and diverse beauties like you? Wala. Skelly. Okay. There's really hope, no? There's really hope. Talaga, April and Nikita,
Mm-hmm.
when it
Well, I
comes to
mean,
this issue.
we are a little behind. We are a little bit behind in terms of diversity in the Philippines, but I mean, from what I can see, is that we're slowly getting there. We are,
Yeah.
you know, somehow
That baby
we
step.
are opening, yeah, we're opening up more projects for um, women of color and African Americans. At least bago ako umalis ng Pilipinas a few years ago, they were getting more and more open. Not as open as now, but you know, at least one step at a time, I guess. It doesn't happen overnight, definitely. So I what I hope is that we consistently do this. Like we continue to have more diversity and have equal representation. Hindi lang towards African American or people of color, but in general, you know, iba't ibang klase ng tao sa Pilipinas. If we're just focusing and like in the Philippines, the market um have like, you know, full-blooded Filipina in your campaigns, or maybe half Pinoy, half other something. Um, consistency is key for diversity to work and to be amplified in our country. So without that, then kahit even if it's happening now, if we're not consistent, then malabo eh. We're not gonna be sending a proper message if in and out yung um mensahe sa mga tao.
Great, great. I must say it will really take a long time, but I'm glad that you are already acknowledging that there are baby steps being done along the way. Like kayo, di ba? Ikaw, April, you're now a candidate of Miss Universe Philippines under a new organization. So Nikita, you're also joining beauty pageants there in the US, Miss Hawaii USA, Miss Waikiki USA, in hopes to become the next Miss USA. So nakikita mo may mga strides din naman talaga, no? Pero nakakasakit. I thought kasi ako, tatanungin mo talaga ako. I thought we are already making a huge strides. Kasi nga, nanalo Black Girl Magic last year, di ba? All the pageant systems crowned Pero sadly, I thought we were already making a progress. Tapos mababasa mo may ganito palang nangyayari na parang senseless yung patayan, alam mo yon sa Amerika. Tapos mapapaisip ka talaga eh. Isolated lang ba yung nangyayari sa pageantry? Kasi it doesn't seem to reflect on what's really happening in reality. Racial discrimination still exists. So, sa tingin mo ba parang ano lang tayo? Yun nga, I'm glad that you are using your voice, pero do you think we should double our efforts in making our voices heard? From pageantry world to reality. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I could see. I know what you mean, Adam. When in your head, it's like, ay, may nanalo ng Miss Universe, or like lahat ng pageants nanalo, you know, African American or with African descent. Tapos biglang may George Floyd, may Breonna Taylor.
Yes.
How I'm seeing that is that because in the States kasi hindi sila pageant fans. And even if they are, they don't really care that much. There's that discrepancy because standard of beauty is separate from like how they see one person. So from a pageant is controlled. It's a controlled environment. Like the judges can, you know, at least discuss that, you know, we have 100 girls, we have to pick one. We could make a person of color win or a white person win. But when we're talking about society as a whole, that is a way bigger platform and a bigger fish to handle. It's not as easy as it looks like. It's great that pageantry is doing it, exposing us. The pageant reach is very limited as well. So, you know, not everyone understands. So even if we keep having African American winners, it's not enough.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not enough. I still think it has to be, it is a collective effort. It's not only one person's job, not one queen, not 1 year, but it's a lifetime of continuous fight for it. If we have to continue working with it, just because you don't see a Black Lives Matter movement trending anymore on Instagram or Facebook, it doesn't mean that it's done. The message should continue to be broadcasted all over the world. So I feel like even if we are making progress in pageantry, the next step is to get through the communities, and then in the community as a whole, as a country, as a city, as a nation, and then hopefully all other places accept that. But it's a big fight. We have a long way to go. America alone, it's a long way to go. Like for me, I feel like we're not gonna go back to normal after this pandemic, after this Black Lives Matter movement this year. We have to move on to a different normal because we can't have systematic racism continue. We can't have this casual racism go on and, you know, unnecessary violence. So we really have to educate and correct everyone from the beginning. So mahaba-habang inuman talaga to. It may not happen in our lifetime, but the first step is to start from within, and hopefully you influence others to continue doing it, and then hopefully maging domino effect, and everyone, you know, helps out and reaches out and realize that oo nga, hindi nga tama na hindi to tama na this is still happening. So, you know, minsan hindi ko ma-absorb bakit bakit ganito? Why is it so hard for people of color to fight for their freedom when it should be the same for everyone or the same equal rights for everyone? So parang ang labo. Ang hirap. Ang hirap isipin.
Yeah.
Last few questions, girls. We are receiving a lot of messages of love and support from all our followers who are tuned in right now. So, alam mo yon, I'm hearing a lot of great insights coming from you. Alam mo yon, you really pour your heart out when it comes to tackling this issue. So, for you guys, how do you think we can keep this momentum alive? Keep continuing making conversations like this. Na parang pinag-uusapan lang natin to because something happened in the States. Tapos
Yeah.
pag medyo wala na, tigil na naman tayo until something tragic again happens of similar nature. So, alam mo yon, how do we keep the momentum alive outside the protests?
I mean, social media is the best platform. I am so, even if in everything, there's always pros and cons. It could be like, people could be bashing or saying something wrong, but let's focus on the positive side. With social media, you could continually repost or talk about your opinions about the matter or share the knowledge that correct information, correct knowledge about the issue. We don't have to always be protesting physically. I think, as I've said earlier, consistency is key. Without it, it's a useless movement. But I feel like, and I hope that even after this issue kind of winds down, that we continue to take action and continue to educate people about the Black Lives Matter movement, equal rights, legislation, systematic racism. We should continue to educate ourselves. And then we need to start digging down we need to start within us. We need to understand, why do I feel this way towards a certain race? Why do I feel this way about this issue? I feel like we only take action when we feel relevant, when we want to feel relevant, when it's affecting us directly. I posted this on Instagram a few days ago. Coronavirus and racism have a few things in common. People don't acknowledge it and believe it's true unless it happens to them or affects them directly. So, ganun na nga. If you don't see it, you won't believe it, right? If you're not experiencing it, you're not gonna acknowledge the problem. And that's wrong. We need to start acknowledging what's going on and start accepting things in this world. Yes, it is overwhelming. Yes, it is a lot. And yes, it is very frustrating and devastating. I can't believe I live in a world where this is still happening, like 400 years of oppression and racism, and yet here we are again, like back from ground zero. So we really need to rethink and continue to have an open mind about things like this and continue the conversation. Definitely continue the conversation at home and in social media.
So how do you see? Me naman din, continue lang the conversation and don't forget to educate yourself as well on what's happening around you. And yun, as what I've said earlier, to also continue this conversation, yun, dapat magtutulungan tayo lahat. If you're just a fan, a friend, or yun, mas merong mga bigger platform. So I think mas makaka-influence kayo na to continue this conversation because it's really, really a big issue, and it also very important yung matter talaga nito.
How do you see this ending? It's not enough that we talk about it. Someone, there's a follower here. Hakoboko is saying, do you think the way to go is to influence legislation to see this ending so that our voices really matter?
Yes, I agree. I agree with Jacob. Legislation. I think even even if we continue to voice out on social media, even if we continue to go on protests, if the Senate, if the state, if the country itself, if the government doesn't take action, then, the citizen wouldn't, it feels like the citizens didn't do their job to have their voices be heard. And also the government didn't do their part as well to listen to their people. The government is there to provide for it, to provide for the community and society. And if they're not hearing us, then para saan yung mga protesta? Para saan yung mga social media? Why are we signing petitions if they're not listening? And it's not an easy battle. It's gonna, as I've said again, it's gonna take a while. But if we continue to push the government to do better, then they will be forced to do better because nakasalalay din yung
Oo, totoo.
their life kind of depends on us.
As a leader naman, di ba? As a
Away.
leader, like, they need to take the action first. And then, yun, parang maiisip din natin na, naisip din pala tayo. So, I think we need to take action from it. Pahalagahan natin kung ano mang gusto nilang mga plano. So, and yun, may way then to abandon these updated views and yung listen to learn, and by foreseeing the future, what life do they want ahead to all of us, and what future they want to bring in their offsprings. Is it a world of chaos and misunderstanding, or a world of peace and harmony, diba? So in this, all should come by accordingly to what we do today, because children and the new learners, not the age, we are responsible to their growth. And if we uphold a better future, so yun, let's give them a better present as well.
Well said,
Yeah.
April. Last
So yun,
question.
parang hindi lang, iniisip natin yung sarili. Parang yung generation naman natin, di ba? Parang for us naman kasi nakakatakot din to our children soon na they will experience of what we've experienced. Parang yun, na baka lalaki silang may fear din, ganun.
Sana magkaroon ng generational shift, no? When it comes to discussing this issue, in the same way that there is a generational shift happening in the way we support gay marriages right now. Before, di ba, it's a taboo topic. Ngayon, parang
normal na.
Parang there's some sense of normalcy. Kasi nga, LGBTQ community has been very active in stepping up its campaign in bringing awareness, spreading awareness about their causes, about their situation. So kayo rin, no, do you think you also have the same hope for this issue to end? Na alam mo yun, magkaroon na rin tayo sa next generation, magkaroon na rin ng favorable view sa Black Lives Matter.
Kasi we really need to keep voicing out, and then to keep calling out people if they're saying doing something wrong. Because nothing's gonna change, nothing's gonna happen if we stay silent. Staying silent is being complicit to the oppressor. To the oppressor. So we have to keep voicing out, call out whatever is wrong, and we should keep fighting for what is right. And we can't just stop from here just because we think we've done our part. No. We continue on fighting so that up until all of this is gone. Like for me, that's why I have a degree in early childhood education, and I wanted to teach children, because all of this all trickled down to from as a child, I mean, I experienced it firsthand, like bullying at 7 years old. Like, why is that? Because of your race. So it starts at school, it starts at home. If they don't have a healthy conversation about this issue at home, at least have it in school. At least the kids will have a better mindset, and will have an open, thinking about these things. And they'd be like, they can correct someone at home, be like, oh, you can't say that, my classmate will feel bad, and stuff like that. So, we live in a diverse society, and we need to learn to be accepting of that and just not limit ourselves of what we know.
So yun.
Preach!
Actually, may nasulat din ako kanina about that, na parang Parang we're all spectators here. So, we need to call it out kasi if halimbawa ako, hindi ko kino-call out yung yung ginagawa mo na mali, it means I am also part of the pambubuli or in any ano pa. So yun, parang we all share the responsibility as well. Parang ganun. So we really need to continue this conversation and yun, educate yung mga taong hindi pa talaga alam or yun, and educate ourselves din.
Well said,
Parang
April.
pasa-pasa lang sa mga generation.
Oo. Sana talaga dumating yung time na magkaroon tayo ng favorable view about this subject matter. Last question. There would be young people who are watching us right now, whose faces definitely can, if we can borrow from Zosie's winning answer, reflect on yours. Whose faces are reflected on yours? What is your message to them?
So my message to everyone who is watching right now is to avoid putting yourself in a box where you're only limiting your capabilities in a certain level. Remember that each day is a lesson and learn from it to do better for your tomorrows to come. And taking risk is not the end, because risking is now the real answer of what you really want. Let me share. I started my career not in a smooth way. In spite of my hard work and determination in life, I got a lot of rejections also. But that couldn't stop me from pushing my dreams. And that's the message that I want to share to each individual, because only you can make your dreams come true. And at the end, beauty is not only measured of what you see. And beauty is what inside your heart. And always remember that physical appearance is always changing. And it will never be constant. So yun. But the beauty of the heart will last for a lifetime. So just be yourself, be you, and do you. And yun.
April, ang gandang pang-opening statement yan.
Ay.
Konti.
I'll review this video.
I swear lang, alam mo, hindi mo lang napapansin, maraming makaka-relate sa'yo eh. Alam mo naman sa opening statement, the more you relate to people, diba? The more it will make you advance to the competition. So, maganda siya. Kasi you speak from the heart eh. You really speak from the heart. It's coming, it's something that has been in you for so long, tapos you're letting it all out. And we can all feel your sincerity when you talk about it. So, yeah, tweak mo lang ng konti. That's gonna be a good message for the open. Talaga tinuruan na kita, no?
Oo nga.
Ready na si Mars.
I love it. Thank you, Adam.
Diba? What about you? What about you, Nikita?
Well, my message would be keep fighting. If you want something, do it. Don't let your detractors bring you down. Instead, use your adversity to your advantage. For me, I used all my bad experiences as a motivation to do better in life, to achieve bigger and bigger dreams. If I achieve one thing, I don't stop there. I keep wanting more and more, and I keep challenging myself to become better and stronger. And don't let other people's word hurt you or damage you. Even if you feel like the world is going against you, keep fighting with it. Just keep fighting, keep running. Do what you want to do. Embrace your authentic self. I've always struggled about, I may never go anywhere in life, or because I look different. But then I went past it and was just like, you know what? If they tell me I can do it, it means I can do it. It's like they see something in you, and they don't know how to handle it. And continue to believe in yourself, because if you can't believe in yourself, no one ever will. So believe in yourself, stay true to who you are, and just like knock them dead. Be, as I
Yeah.
always say, I have this thing in my room. It says, "Be inspired, not expired."
Yun.
Thank you, Miss
Laban
USA
lang.
2021.
I wish.
Ano, I wish, hope pa. Pwede ka
Yes.
pa.
Ay, oo
Someone
nga, no? Yes, hopefully,
What
yes,
would
of
you
course.
wish? Hope, may chance
I'm
pe.
hoping, yes.
Parang the way you make it sound parang impossible na. There's always a fighting chance. Bilog ang mundo,
That's true.
Nikita.
Yes.
Uh,
True.
Speaking of that, Nikita, someone's asking here, Randy Stefferson Reyes is asking, Binibining Pilipinas ba or Miss Universe Philippines? Or if citizenship hinders, are we going to see you in Miss USA?
Oh, yes, you will see me in Miss USA. Sorry. So I just have to explain this to everyone. The process of elimination in the States, and like pageantry wise, is very different. So I know in the Philippines you join Binibining Pilipinas or Miss Universe Philippines directly, like you screen for it. In the United States, what they do, because they have 50 different states to have equal chances for everyone, they have state pageants. That's why I'm joining Miss Hawaii USA. So you have to you have to join the state pageant first, win the state pageant, and then you can go to Miss USA. So hopefully, if I win Miss USA, I mean Miss Hawaii
Miss
USA
Hawaii.
year. Yes. If I win this year, then I get to represent Hawaii and Miss USA. And you'll see me in Miss USA. And then when I'm there,
Yes.
I'll win Miss
Oh.
USA. And then I'll win Miss Universe. Yay! Charot.
Yay!
That's the goal. So it's a long process out here. Di tulad sa Pilipinas, I just have to join Miss Universe Philippines and that's it.
Oo nga, ayaw mo ano, kasi
I really want to, pero my citizenship hinders me so much. I'm so sad. I'm so mad. Malay mo magbago.
Kuha ka ng Filipino passport.
I'm trying talaga, pero maldita ang embassy sa akin. Maybe after this Facebook Live, it will change their mind. Mahiya naman sila. Panatang makabayan, iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupang sinilangan. Memorize ko pa nga, tapos hindi ako magkakaroon ng Filipino citizenship. Nakakaloka. I lived there for 18 years. I'm more Filipino than most Filipinos. Ano ba yan, embassy? Do better! Charot.
You're such a firecracker,
Nakakapagod
Nikita.
talaga ako. Nakakapagod ako kausap. Ang dami kong sinasabi.
On that note, thank you so much, girls. It has been an enlightening and insightful conversation. Wala akong masabi, but good luck to your future endeavors. Apriel, good luck. I know it's 4 months away pa from Miss Universe Philippines, but I hope you're gonna do all your best to win the title because you really have so much potential. You really have so much potential.
Thank you.
Super, super talaga. Alam mo yon, ano na lang talaga eh, konting tweaking pa, and then you're it. And to Nikita, I'm so glad to finally meet you. April and I are so blessed to finally
meet you. Same. I'm so glad I met you guys and we're doing this. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Sana I hope your voices will be amplified, will be heard by so many people, so that we keep these types of conversations going.
Yes.
Which will probably allow our respective lawmakers to do something about it. Kasi it's about time. It's a generation, nilang generation, century-old problem. We may Juneteenth or the civil rights movement may have ended slavery, pero hindi natatapos doon. Hindi niya na wipe out or eradicate yung discrimination, yung racial discrimination totally. So it is our hope that in the next generation to come, we will be making small baby steps or huge progress when it comes to dealing with this issue. Thank you guys so much. Wow, 2 hours tayong nag-usap. It's
wow, bongga. I love it.
Yeah,
Diba?
for us
Hindi namin napansin.
For a serious topic like this, wow, we managed to talk for 2 hours straight. Talagang we never got bored. But thank you so much
And
from the bottom of our hearts.
we had people talking too. I mean, like joining in the conversation or like commenting, reacting, which is good kasi talagang alam
Yeah.
natin na there are people who are willing to learn
Yeah,
and
yun.
are
Oo.
Yeah.
And then we learn
supportive
from each
about
other
it.
din. Oo.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy.
Exactly. So, Nikita, it's getting late siguro na in your time zone there. It's already
10
probably
o'clock.
past it. Yeah.
No, 10
But it
04.
has been wonderful chatting with you. All right, guys,
Same.
thank you
Thank you
so much.
guys. I'm so
This
happy.
is Adam Genato, and it has been a wonderful I had such a wonderful time doing this interview. I hope you guys learned something from us and enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and hydrated. Bye. Thank you
Stay
guys.
safe,
Happy
everyone.
Father's
Thank you.
Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Ayan na nga.
Andito pa tayo. Live pa ba tayo? Hindi. Oh my gosh,
Hindi
live
na.
pa tayo.
Oh, may live pa.
Bloopers.
Wait, sandali. Live
So,
pa ba? Let me see on Facebook.
Oo. Yun o, gumagalaw pa yung time.
Gumagalaw pa nga yung time.
Oo. Sige na. Bye-bye. I'll add you on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes. Yes. Good luck sa
Hope to
imuhang Miss
meet you
Universe,
soon.
Day. Lagi.
Salamat.
Puhon. Good luck,
Amping
ha?
diha.
Ikaw, Sad. Mayang gabi. Welcome to my show, Nikita McElroy. Charot. Oh my God, I'm still here. Paano ba to? Oh my gosh. Help me. How do I end this thing? Again, guys, bye. Thank you for watching.